So now we're going to go ahead and grab another one here, and let's see what else we get. We got Deadly Arrival. This is another one that I don't think that I've actually seen yet. It is against Caldari, it looks like. There's some old ruins. Apparently I just get to go and investigate the ruins and then fly back. So this probably means that it's going to be an ambush, which will be okay. But it's just something we're going to have to go through. So give me just a second here. I'm going to get my salvagers started over here. Get this one accepted, and then we're going to jump right out there and get that one running. There we go at our lovely station here, so we're just going to warp right to this location. There is our outpost. We're just going to click here on pretty much any of this. There's a ruined structure out here that I think we're actually supposed to fly to. It's 50 kilometers away, so we're going to start just approaching that. And as we get within range here, we should start seeing some enemies pop up. While we're waiting on that to happen, I'll get back over here and get back on my salvaging run. DC Eric's asking why they would discontinue this for Linux, because that requires supporting a separate code base. That is not necessarily something that they wanted to do. It required too much configuration on end user side. So what you do is if you want to play this through Linux, you use what's called Wine, and you emulate Windows and you run it that way. Here we are within 30 kilometers now, and we still have not had any ships come in. Hopefully they get here soon, so we've got something to shoot at. And I'm still working on salvage off that last mission. There were just quite a few wrecks that I have to go through here. So this is going to take me just a little bit to get through. Hopefully this one doesn't have quite as many wrecks. It's the one thing about running solo is that you do have to bring your own secondary account to try to continue on your salvaging. And this fly that I've got in my room tonight is just driving me nuts. There we go. Now we have a whole bunch of guns, so we're going to go ahead and just stop right here. We have one ship and a whole stack of guns, so we're going to go ahead and just pop out our long-range guys here and start popping the sentries first, and then we'll move on down to the guy here. They should, for us, be single pops, so they should not take very long. Yep, we've already started to get a bunch more guys in here. I don't want to get these sentries off since they are the longest range. The small guys aren't really going to do any damage to me tonight. I just need to watch my wardens to make sure they don't start locking them up. But other than that, it should not be a real problem. We're just going to continue on pounding through those until they get the sentries out of the way. And then we're going to start working on the little guys that are starting to zoom right on top of us here. Looks like we've had some more guys come in now. So now we're starting to get a whole bunch of little guys here. But we are, however, starting to run out of sentries. And as you can see, they're not really doing any real damage at this point. And we're just going to keep going right on through these guys. And our other room's starting to get cleared out fairly well. There's not near as many wrecks left in there now. We are moving along quite well, even on the salvage end here. Oh, our sentries must be trying to hit the little guys here, and they're missing quite a bit. So get them redirected back onto these sentries, and then we're just going to pop out some mediums here and let them take care of all of the rest. We'll start with the ones that are just right on top of us, and then we'll work our way out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and return those guys to the bay here and get our mediums out and let them start doing some damage here. And they are just starting to eat these guys alive here. It's great, that's just the way we like to see it. I like to see them die fairly quickly. Even if they're not doing a lot of damage to us, we do like to just see them disappear off of our list here. Just makes things quite a bit easier. And yep, there they go. Just one by one, they're knocking them right on off. I'm not ignoring you guys, I'm just trying to get through this salvage on the other screen here. Trying to get everything picked up from that previous mission that we just completed. Takes just a minute to get through the mass amount of wrecks that were left in there. It does happen to be how we're making most of our money on this one, is just by collecting those wrecks. So just want to make sure that we are picking them up as fast as we can, just to get them off of our list here. One wreck that got out of range, so I've got to get it brought in as well. And now that we have all that done, turn these guys to the bay here, and as soon as I can get this one here wrapped up and picked up, then we should be good to go on to the next one. I have just 3 wrecks left to go over here, and then we are actually done. Now on that last mission we made about 10.7 million in salvage and loot, so that's not real horrible. It does make for a very, very good run for a level 3, especially for running through it solo. So this wreck is within 20 kilometers, so in about 10 more seconds we should actually be done with it if my drones do not pop it first. I'll try to pop this as quick as we can so we can get right back over to this one and I can go turn it in. So as you can see, there were not a lot of wrecks in this one. There were not a lot of ships in this one. It's primarily those sentry towers that are doing the damage. And the 2 cans that we did happen to get out of that are just going to be crystals or ammo. It's not going to be anything that's actually major. And it won't be anything that's actually worth very much. That's just kind of how that kind of stuff goes. So I'm now warping in my other account, so now I can go turn this one in. So we'll dock up and we'll get this one turned in. And just in case I haven't said it tonight and you're new to the channel, you're more than welcome to check us out at www.ctv99live.com. We have videos from all the games that we play, and our EVE missions are all broken down into specific sets and specific sections, so you can check those out too. You can also tweet us at hashtag CTV99Live, and your messages will show up on the bottom as you see scrolling across the screen now. That is just a service for you guys to give shout outs. They will then stay permanently in that video as it is posted online. We do not trim or edit those. You can also chat with us here right inside the Twitch chat, and we'll try to answer your questions as we're going here. We being me, myself, and I tonight. Normally I have somebody else running with me, but right now it's just me. So there we go. We've got that one all turned in. If you guys will give me just half a second, I'm going to go over here and get started bringing in some wrecks, and then we'll go ahead and get started on the next mission here.